Jacob. All right, well, we got an assignment today.
Yep.
Project Roadrunner. We got the 830 double pumper off of it.
Yep.
And you are going to put some power valves in it, and I got them right here. Brand new 6.5s.
Nice.
What do you think of that? You ever put a power valve in a carburetor yet?
Not yet.
All right, and in the meantime, while we're doing that, we're going to show you some cool tools.
Yep.
Because I love cool tools. First tool is this. This is for checking power valves. So we'll show that. And then this is you need to get one of these. They're cheap enough. You know, it's like 10 bucks. That's for taking jets out of carburetors. And this one here, this is unnecessary. I don't know what it costs, but I think it was 35 bucks or so. But it's for taking power valves out. And power valve is a 1-inch wrench is all you need. And then there's this cool tool here. And this is also an unnecessary tool. Really, all of them are unnecessary tools, but they're cool tools. But if you look down inside there, that's a 5/8 socket size and a straight slot. What could that be for, Jacob? What do you think that's for? Tool like that.
Probably adjusting it right there.
Yep, adjusting float levels. Pretty neat, huh?
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and you got the nut driver on there. Let's go ahead and pull them float bowls off of this thing. I hope you got that going the right way. Yeah, we're working on cool tools and we forgot one of the cooler tools. That's a little stand. Mine's made by Morosa. Jegs is better. It's taller. So I suggest Jegs. But anyhow, so that's a little stand that you can use while you're working on your carburetor, and you can operate your throttle linkage and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. Okay, so Jacob's got the float bowls off and the metering blocks off. All right, take the power valve out. That's the primary, right?
Should be the primary, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's his installer taker outer tool. Watch how nice this is. Ta-da! Okay. Nice. All right, now, gasket's left behind, right? Okay.
Yep.
You hold the gasket, you hold the camera. All right, so we got our tool here. We got a 5-inch power valve. There's an O-ring right here. Make sure your O-ring is in place. You just screw this down and snug it by hand. Doesn't have to be real tight. And then you have the top piece, which I've already hooked to a hose here. I'll go ahead and just disconnect that. And it has an O-ring down here at the bottom. Make sure that's there. You screw this down here like so. You put it on there. And then there's two things to check here. Is the light bright enough to see in there?
Yep.
Can you see this little thing down here?
Yep, the little gold piece. Yep.
Yep. Now watch, when it stops moving.
Yep.
And look at our gauge. 5 inches.
5 inches.
Okay. So, as we sit here, this thing should not fall. And we're looking pretty good.
Yep.
So, it could have a very, very, very slow leak in it, but I guess, you know, it doesn't have a slow leak. So, anyway, we're going to put a new one in anyway, and we can set that in our set that aside in our spare race parts box for our carburetor. Okay.
Okay.
So let's do the next one here.
Alrighty then.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this. This is a secondary power valve. So using cool tool number 1 to go to cool tool number 2. There's your power valve. screwed into your fixture there.
Like this?
Yes, sir.
Right, it goes right in. Snug it up.
Snug it up.
Okay.
Screw this over the top.
Make sure your O-ring's there.
Yep, double check your O-rings.
Snug that up. Okay. Now hook this little thing up.
Yeah.
Just kind of should just pop over rather than do that. Squish it. Well, here's the trick.
There you go. Doesn't have to go in far, just enough.
Yep, just enough.
Okay. Now, pull the trigger and watch the movement of our deal here. And when it's done moving, check our inches.
Oops.
And if you end up pulling it too far, then you can let it up and do it again until it just stops.
Probably pulled it a little bit too far.
How far did it go anyway on the gauge? Well, how much is that?
Just about like, there's 5. Around 7 or 8.
Okay, and we know that that one's a 6, I think. So go ahead, or 6.5. Go ahead and let it go and redo it again.
Alright. Okay, there you go.
Okay, let it go right here.
I did.
Oh.
I accidentally hit it and there it goes.
Okay.
Okay, stop moving. Yeah, right around 6.
Right around 6, 6.5.
Yeah, right around 6, 6.5. Right around there, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so that one's good too. All right, we're going to go ahead and put the new ones in anyway and put those in our spare box. So we'll come back when we get that installed.
Alright.
And then we've got Cool Tool number 3 to show. So there's Cool Tool number 1, Cool Tool number 2, and then we'll show you 3 again and number 4. Okay, here's what I want to do, Jacob. And I know your eyes are good enough, you can see these jets.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do is show Cool Tool number, let's go ahead and call this one Cool Tool number 3.
Okay, Cool Tool number 3.
Okay, that is specifically for taking jets out. Now, you can do you can get a long one. Go ahead and pick that up. You can get a longer hand or a longer shaft there, but I like the short shaft because if you're doing the secondaries and you're up against the flywall, the firewall, the firewall.
Flywall.
The flywall.
What a
Okay,
beat.
that's part of getting old, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So this just everybody uses a big old huge screwdriver like this, and they get in there, and it slips, and you got to have a big one that goes all the way across the jet anyway, and it slips. Just get one of these. These are not that expensive, $10 or so maybe. Go ahead and take that jet out, and take a look at it, and make sure that they're 78s. They should be 78s.
Alright, pull the jet up. Set that back down. Let's take a look. And yep, they are 78.
All right, let's go ahead and put that one back in. And we'll check the that's the secondary. We'll check the primary and see what size they are. There should be, whoa.
I caught it.
Whoa.
Oh, there it
Whoa.
is. Whoa.
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 Don't be trying to lose my jets, boy. We'll be all slow at Sykeston.
Make sure we get that
That's
clear.
Jacob's way of cleaning. He's playing carburetor spray cleaner right there. All right.
There it goes. Go in.
Tighten that up. Now since we're not changing jets or anything, if you can see the 78 on these primaries, you don't have to take them out. Double check the other one though. Take a look and see if you can see it. You don't have to take it out. Just see if you can see the number on it.
78.
78. All right. Do this one and see what it is. Should also be 78.
pull this
You
one
don't have to take it out if you can see the number. We were just demonstrating the cool tool.
Yep, 78
Nice.
and 78.
Nice. Okay, we're going to put the float bowls. Well, we'll start putting it together, but we still got to show cool tool number 4. All right, Jacob. So cool tool number 4. This is kind of nice because, you know, when you loosen up the jam screw and turn that 5/8 nut that adjusts the float height, fuel will spray out of there. And if you got your engine running, that's kind of scary, knowing fuel squirting where possibly could hit a spark, you know, like an alternator spinning.
Yeah.
Like what happened to the Roadrunner before. This thing shrouds that nut and that jam screw so that the fuel doesn't go spraying all over the place. You'll still get a little leakage, but it's really convenient. So let's show that. I'll hold it here. Jacob's gonna stick that thing on there. And
Okay, it's on. Okay, loose.
Loose.
And then turn it as it adjusts.
Okay, see, now the float's going down. Now it's going back up again. I'm holding the bowl upside down, so it looks like it's the other way, but anyhow. So I like to set my float somewhere around the middle on pre-start, okay? So you about the middle there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and just tighten that knob up.
Come on, get it hooked on again.
Might already be hooked on. There it is.
There it goes.
Okay. Now this is a whole lot easier when it's on the engine. Now one of the things I like to do too with this particular tool is it's kind of easy to count out how far you've turned it, and so this is a little bonus here. This tool you can use while it's on the engine. You can do a quickie adjustment where this carburetor will get a hair richer if the float level is high and a hair leaner if the float level is low. So you can tune just a little bit, you know, let's say you're in between jets. A 76 is too small and a 77 is too big. You can get a little small out of it. Now, it's not a big difference in power between the two. And I know we're splitting hairs, but if you're running in class racing where everybody has the same rules, you're going to try to get every little bit out of it you can. So this tool makes it just easier to get that little bit out of there. Just, you know, give it a quarter turn extra float or a half a turn extra float or something like that. So that's a pretty neat little tool there. So anyway, that's that. We're going to go ahead and put this carburetor back together and put it on the car.
All right.
So we'll see you on the next one.
All right.
So Jacob, what do you do when you like a video?
Like and subscribe.
That's right.